Hey, hello everyone. Welcome everybody from KPMG to this yoga video that is part of Advisor University. I'm Joe. I'm happy to be with you all today. We're going to get set up on the floor. All you need for this practice is yourself, a yoga mat, or anything that you have in your space. We're going to focus on two parts of yoga practice today. Part of it is going to be more yin style of yoga, and part of it will be more mixed of core and exercises good for your strength. So if you're looking for a practice that is relaxing, yin yoga, we hold poses for maybe a minute, 2 minutes at a time, so it's very relaxing. But also, if you are looking for something more strength-based and core-based, we're going to have that part as well too. So this is a good practice for any time. Let's go ahead and start on our backs. You can turn around, rest your spinal column on the mat. Rest your shoulders down from the ears. Let's bend your knees up and plant your feet on the floor. And we're just going to pause and put your hands on your belly. One hand, you can put it up onto your chest. And the biggest thing we get out of yoga is breathing. So let's just lay on the back for a little while here and just start breathing. Nice deep breaths in through the belly. Expand your inhales as much as you can and let it go. So let's try to start our practice right there with breathing. Let everything else go. Anything that is in the past, anything that is in the future, let's try to let that be in the background. And in the foreground right now is just you, yourself, right here, right now, laying down on the back, feeling your breath, listening to the breath. Good. So not this whole practice we're going to be laying on the back and just listening to our breathing, but part of it we will. And it's so important that we focus in on the breath, especially in those challenging parts of yoga and even sometimes in those challenging parts in life, that we are mindful to how we are feeling and we're feeling our breath. So let's maybe take 2, 3 more deep breaths. I want you to try to breathe in as deeply as you can. Fill up your belly, then fill up your chest and let it go. One more. Deeply in and letting go. Now let's take the biggest breath of your day. Again, fill up. Inhale through the nose and sigh it out. Good, notice how that breath feels. Take a little bit more time resting on the back. Feel the spine. Now feel your arms lifting up, and we're going to stretch those arms up over your head. Stretching out elbows, stretching out your shoulders here. And let's also try to stretch out your legs. So we're just stretching out your full body, your full back, your arms here. Try to get everything nice and long. Good. Now let's plant those feet back down on the floor. Bring your arms out to the sides, and we're going to hug your knees into your chest. Squeeze those knees together. Tighten them in as much as you can, and go ahead and start pulling onto your knees. So you're trying to squeeze your legs in towards your chest and squeeze your lower back down on the mat. Good. We're going to drop the left foot down. We're going to lift your right foot, lift your heel. Let's maybe circle out that ankle a few times, work on that joint, circle it out the other way. And then we're going to hold this pose here for maybe about 5-7 breaths. You can go a little bit deeper. You can try climbing to your ankle, engaging the core, strengthening out neck muscles and shoulder area here, and just pausing. We're also going into this nice deep stretch in this right hamstring right here. So just try to hold on to it. Feel that stretch. There's always somewhere to go in yin yoga, so we can start maybe gradually bending the arms and pulling a little bit deeper here. Go ahead, focus on breathing. Fully in, letting go. So this yin practice today is not going to be super long in the poses. We might hold it for 3, 4, 5 minutes each side, but for this one here, we're going to try to do about 7 breaths. And then after we'll tap the head back down, we're going to take this right ankle, cross it on the left knee. So let's pause right here in this hip stretch. We're also going to add in some abdominal work here too. So I want you to take your left fingertips out to your side. Crunch, lift yourself up from your shoulders, your neck, but also through the belly. And then side across your body to the right, bringing your left elbow towards the right knee. Exhale up and come back down. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale on the way up. Inhale on the way down, and try to go across to the right side towards your right knee. Couple more side crunches, come on. 5, 4. Should feel it right on that left side abdominal. 3, 2, and then one more. Good. Let's lower your head back down. Plant your right foot down. Take your knees, squeeze them in together again. Let's go ahead and hug yourself. A couple times we'll hug ourselves in practice, and that's super good to give yourself some self-love. I like to massage that lower back. We have a couple of points over here that we're pressing against the mat, and that just feels so nice. So now we'll bring that right foot to the floor, and I want you to inhale and lift up your left leg. Alright, always somewhere to go. And we end up holding this about a minute or so. So let's try to hold that foot up in the air. Maybe go a little bit deeper, so you're adding in kind of a slight crunch here. Pausing, going into this stretch, try to get up towards the ankle. Left hamstring stretch right here. It feels good, especially if hamstrings are kind of tight, and I don't want you to go too deep into that stretch if you don't need to. You want to try to aim to get about to 70% into each yoga stretch. About 70 to 75 in that range. Gently bending the elbows, pulling on that leg a little bit here. Good. We'll bring the head down first. Come back to where we started. And then hooking left ankle on right knee. So we'll go into this hip opener right here. But then if you remember on that last side, we added in the crunches. So we'll stretch right here for a moment, pause, and then start to bring the right elbow out to the side. Come up, crunch. Side swipe your right elbow to the left knee. Exhale on the way up. Inhale on the way back down. A lot of good work here on our strength, on our core. Good, you guys. Keep it up. 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's try to add one more right in here. Good, head down. I want you to bring that left foot to the ground. Pause, hug your knees in, massage your lower back, massage that anchor point. Nice. We're going to plant your feet down like we started, but I want you to bring your feet together, squeeze them together, bring the bottoms of your feet in. We're going to rest your knees out to the side here. I like to just kind of put my hands gently on those inner thighs and just melt here on your back. So you might feel this a bit on your hip area, your inner thighs, so maybe anywhere in your legs. And sometimes in yin yoga waiting to come out of a pose. And that's kind of the thing, is try to commit to it. Try to wait. Try to hold yourself into it. And especially when things are tough and we're in the pose, something really powerful, something that's there that can help us is our breath. Use your breath. Relax. Try to keep your feet together, your knees out. Nice, slowly we'll use your hands and take those knees together like you're closing a book. Good, knees can touch. Let's open your feet out here a little bit wider, and we'll just do a real quick counter stretch, bringing the right knee down to the center of your mat, countering that stretch that we just came out of, and then we'll do that again with the left knee. You can bring it down. All right, nice. We'll bring those feet back together. Let's roll over to your side here. And I like to just pause, rest on that side, not having to rush up or anything. You're going to use your top hand, press down, lift yourself on up, onto a nice hands and knees position. We'll bring your toes in. We'll start to sit back toward your heels and rest your forehead. So we're down into a child's pose stretch. Try to really grip your mat at the front. So you're stretching the arms and you're also gripping. And after you feel that grip in your fingertips, let's come on up. Bring your shoulders up over your fingertips. And we'll work on some grip strength. We'll work on some tabletop strength here too. I like to just pause here and find a tabletop where I'm keeping my back straight. And I'm not dipping down into that lower back like this, causing that strain in the lower spine. We want to tuck it in a little bit and use your abdominal muscles. So if you're uncomfortable in the wrists, like in plank pose or in down dog, try to work on the grip, but you can also work on your fist here. I'm going to do my fist here too, just to protect myself from kind of my past wrist injuries. But I'm going to go onto fist. You can do this on the hands. We're going to tuck your toes and just pause right here and hover those knees. And just bringing those knees to a little hover. This is kind of like mixing some yin yoga with a core exercise. But no, yin yoga, we might hold this for minutes. We're not going to hold this for minutes today too, you guys. We're going to just do about 5-7 breaths. Deeply in, letting go. Nice, tap the knees down. We're going to open those knees out just a bit wider. I want to set those hands down. Return back to that nice grounding child's pose. So let's come on up. We'll do that set again. I'll try and go on hands this time, right? So I'm gripping the mat, tucking the toes, pausing, lifting the knees. Working on some shoulders, neck, and of course our core. Slowly, let's take that down. Let's stretch out your core. We're going to lay down flat. You can do a little mini push-up here, or try to just come down onto your belly, your chest, and your chin. And then after this, we're going to push up ourselves onto our forearms. We're going to push us up onto the wrist. Try to line up your elbows somewhere under your shoulders. Now let's just be here in this posture called Sphinx. Let's see if this pose we can make it more of our yin part of the class, where we might kind of melt into this pose, hold it for maybe a minute and a half today. In some areas of your body I want you to be aware of and use and work here a little bit is your legs. Try using your legs. Try to lock your legs a little bit, squeeze them, emphasize that, and then push your lower back down. You might really be aware of your back and your spine here, because it's such a big part of this position. We're trying to keep that back up, a back bend. And lower back, we talked there, middle back, and then your upper back, you guys, you might also feel this stretch a bit in the shoulders. Right on those shoulder areas. Come out of this at any point that you need to come out, no worries. Or just try to commit, do your best. Good, we're going to come out of this. Stack your arms and hands. Rest your head. Exhale. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, relax. You're out of the pose. Don't worry about anything else. You guys got this. You're doing great. Let's try to bring our hands under our shoulders. We'll push ourselves back up to table. We'll take a child's pose, and we're going to stretch those arms over to your left side. We've done some big stretches so far, but this one, kind of one of the deeper stretches that we get into in that side of your body, just on that right side. We'll bring our arms back up and we'll do that same stretch on the other side. I want you to lift your arms and hands, walk them out to your right, stretch your body's left side. You can bring your hands back up to the front of your mat, child's pose. We're also going to do a few cats and cows today, so we can come on up and then just start to do these two postures back and forth. Kind of the opposite of yin yoga, because we're going to just move here, in and out, back and forth. From stretching the abdominal muscles to now engaging and pulling the abdominal muscles in. Inhale. Then exhale. One more. Inhale, cat lift, look up. Exhale, cat arch. Okay, let's find that neutral tabletop. We'll do our downward facing dog now. So I want you to pull up the abdominals. Lift up your hips, and we'll work on this really nice stretch here. What I really love about down dog is we get a really nice work in lower body and upper body. Remember, try to hold it, pause. You can tap down your knees when you're ready to come out. Let's work on those shoulders now. We're going to take that right shoulder and thread it down. You can take your left arm, maybe thread it around your lower back. Alright, you can come on out with that right shoulder. We'll thread your left shoulder down. Take your time. So adding in our kind of deep massage, deep yoga stretches for shoulders here. You can bring that right arm around your lower back. And certainly we all love some kind of deep shoulder stretches here. In this one, you're kind of just applying that right amount of pressure rolling into your shoulder here a bit. Alright, we'll bring that arm out. Let's stick your hands up to the top corners of your mat. Push your armpits down and stick your hips up in the air for puppy's pose. And kind of just completing our long stretches here. I just want you to try to melt your body into and try to relax yourself into as best you can. You can come up. Good, nice work today. We'll turn our legs around out in front of us. Shake out a bit of those legs. And let's try to do a nice seated forward fold stretch right here. Just start here with your legs stretched out. Maybe if you need them a little bit wider, that's a great modification, or feet together, knees tucked close together. But just want you to move around. Start with a nice tall seated position with your back straight. We're going to try to inhale here. As we exhale, don't worry about bringing your arms forward. Try to bring your belly and chest forward. And then you can bring those arms grip somewhere on your legs here. And then gradually just start breathing and pulling. And pulling is stretching, you guys, but pull gently, smoothly. Nice deep breath. Alright, we stretch out those hamstrings. Let's make some space, go down on our backs. We'll plant your feet up on the floor again with the knees up. Let's end with a little bit of core and then a minute or so just to rest onto the back. We'll start by flutter kicking the legs, right leg and left leg. You can bring them up one at a time and then just start flutter kicking up and down, right leg, left leg. Try to find a rhythm to your breathing. Don't stop breathing. Point your toes as best you can. Come on, you guys. Don't give up here. Try to keep going. As many as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh yeah. Let's plant their feet on the floor. And after you plant your feet on the floor, try to lift up your hips, bridge. So really, really great work today. I want you You can give yourself some credit. I want to thank all of you from KPMG today for joining in for Advisor University. After bridge pose, rest your back down. We're going to go to our relaxation here. Take some time, stretch out your legs, stretch out your arms. It was such an honor to teach you all today. So I want you to take some time now, try to restore your body, relax. Try to, most importantly, relax your mind. Enjoy this relaxation. And have a great day. Namaste.